Hi, I'm Daniel Burstein, Director of Editorial Content for McLabs. I'm here at Marketing Sherpa Email Summit 2012, Caesars Palace, Las Vegas. I'm going to go around. It's kind of quiet now because we're just in the main session room. No one's in here right now. But out there, it's really loud because we've got one of our networking events going on. And I'm going to go out there and ask them the one question you really want answered. Where's the low-hanging fruit? What is an easy change I can make to my email marketing right now to get some results? So let's see what people have to say.
Email continues to be the leader in terms of the #1 channel for direct response. And so the key thing that companies really need to do is convert people that are liking them on Facebook, that are following them on Twitter, give those people a reason to become an email subscriber, and then begin the conversation. I think the other low-hanging fruit, mobile. Heavens, the majority of us now carry smartphones with us. It has become so easy now for brands to enable you to be able to use SMS as a way to easily opt in to the company's email newsletter or to their news of upcoming events and special promotions. That's the low-hanging fruit, but all marketing is becoming direct marketing, and we need to really get conversant with this understanding that we need to be able to meet consumers and business professionals where they're at, and increasingly they are at social, they are using mobile, they're at events like this. This is where we really need to be able to give them a reason to be able to opt in.
So I actually think the low-hanging fruit with email marketers this year is going to be about rediscovering the old paradigm that less is more. And relevance is really what it's all about. And more marketers are sort of going to go down that path. That's something we fervently believe in at Next Sales, which is go focused after specific segments, specific target groups, send fewer emails, but send it to the right audience, and that's going to really help you grow your marketplace message and ultimately your revenues. So less is more is going to be my takeaway, and what I think we'll see this year.
I think the biggest one, which Jermaine Griggs did an amazing presentation on, was relevancy. Instead of sending robotic, automatic messages, actually doing a little bit of work on timing them based on what they're doing on a website, based on what they did with the last email, and just making the messages very personal and very relevant. So I think everybody can do that. There's degrees of how much effort you can put into it, but just a little bit will go a long way to make your messages more relevant to your prospects and customers.
I think marketers need to consider their headline. A headline is essentially a pickup line. Its primary job is to get someone into conversation. For an email marketer, that is getting someone from the headline into the first 2 inches of text. That first 2 inches, that first paragraph, those benefits, those bullet points, all of those begin to engage this visitor or this prospect into the conversation, and that's the key to driving them towards the call to action.
Where you really discuss something with your email recipient. Say it like you mean it, and make it to the point, make it brief, and then put your signature at the bottom. Make it from you. If this is going to be a conversation, it has to come from someone instead of some company.
Is we've really seen our mobile users and people who are opening email on a mobile device kind of go like this. I think it was about 10% beginning of the year, maybe March of 2011, and now I think we're getting up close to 40%. So we're looking at designing more toward the mobile user and how we can really optimize that, and we've seen some really great results and seen a big lift in click-throughs by doing some designs that way.
Well, as you can see, we're really big on mobile at Litmus, and I really think that in 2012, marketers can really focus on optimizing their email campaigns to be more mobile friendly. I think 2011 was the year of discovery. Everyone was trying to find out if people were opening emails on a mobile device, but 2012 was the year to make something actually happen about it. So making buttons bigger, skinning up your templates, making them a little smaller, just generally cutting down on content and doing things that make emails more mobile friendly for fat the fingers and people that are on the go.
So bringing in what people have browsed, shopped, carted into product recommendations into the email was probably the biggest win. So and having, we had to switch companies a couple of times to get that. We went from, so-and-so, we just switched over to Certona, so I'm going to give them a little plug. And that was actually a pretty big win. So now people are seeing products in promotional emails that are, cross-sells.
Something that we could easily implement as email marketers would be to add a more personal element to our landing pages and our emails to make it feel more human and less like a company.
One of the things that I highly suggest that email marketers consider is the idea of the segmentation of the message, right? I think we get too caught up in the content, and what we have seen time and time again is that this is about context. So context is now king, and what we're able to do is if we can contextualize the message for the right people with the right value proposition, we have technology that can do this. We can introduce, which we're experimenting with already, but introduce sharing mechanisms that could then test to see how segmentation is triggering sharing, because it's not just about the one-to-one engagement, it's about the one-to-one-to-many, right? We are now trying to deal with an audience of audiences of audiences. People are incredibly connected, so we're not just trying to drive that immediate engagement, we're trying to drive immediate engagement, outcomes, and the sharing of that. So I would love for you to experiment with contextualization and segmentation and see how you can drive greater reach and resonance by experimenting in that regard.